Gotta remove the end cap here. Take a 14 and 17 millimeter cone wrench. $17 here, 14 on the other side. Loosen it up. End cap comes off. Your free hub body should come right off. Just carefully pull it out. Rocking it. And be careful, there are pawls in there with springs, so make sure that you don't fly right out. So just kind of slowly pull it out. Okay. So now your free hub body's out. All the pawls are right there. Now to remove this axle, take your special wrench from Mavic, this little tool that usually comes with your wheel set. Fit in the little nuts here and the little grooves. Let's try it. Take their little tool. Okay, you remove the axle. Take their little tool, fit it into little slots, and then I find that twisting on the other side or twisting on the nut side will undo that little nut. You can back it out. So that comes right out. And you should be able to push your axle through. So, axle's out. And there's your bearing on both sides. So I just feel to make sure my bearings aren't notchy, which seem pretty smooth right now. And for those of you who want to remove the bearing, you'll have to punch this out and then punch this out from this side. But right now my bearings are feeling pretty good. Just I noticed that this is dry and dirty, so clean it up. I use brake cleaner. It's brake cleaner. Spray it out, clean it out. For now, a couple things. You can remove these pawls. Be careful you don't lose the spring when you remove it. So the way you remove it, what I like to do is you just carefully slide these out. And make sure you don't lose those springs. Alright? And just repeat for the other four. Same thing. Okay. There's this rubber dust seal. It goes in one direction, so flat side against free hub body. So that just comes right off. There's a bearing in here also. Just make sure that's smooth. And both are feeling pretty smooth right now. In order to remove those, you need to remove the snap ring. So I put the lubes inside. So you take, what I do is I take one of the pawls and the spring, I fit it inside the groove here, little hole for a spring, and what I do is I take the screwdriver and a pawl, and I push down. Oops, sorry. Switch heads. Push down on the spring. Take this, stick it in the groove, lift it up over spring. Then I want to make sure that this spring sits in the notch in the pawl, like so. So repeat it. Again, take a spring, to the inside, take a pawl, and a screwdriver, and push down. And I make sure it's inside. And since you have the cassette off, now's a good time to clean your cassette really well. So I take them apart and just use a brake cleaner, clean it off, and toothbrush to just kind of clean it off to. Okay, now take the axle, and I smeared grease on the axle, and the axle goes in one direction. The long end here sticks out towards the cassette, so it just goes right in, like so. Once it's on, then I'll take the little retaining nut for the non-drive side, and I'll just thread it on. I like to put grease on the threads, and make sure you don't touch your disc when you're doing this, so be careful. So I just do it by hand. So and for now I just hand tighten it till I'm ready to snug it up. Now I go back to the other side. On the drive side, and we need to put our free hub body back. So first thing to do is let's put the rubber boot seal. Again, the boot has a flat side. I don't think you can see very well in the video, and then a cone side. So flat side goes against the hub body. Just like that. Now in here I'm going to use Fubu's tenacious soil. Then you want to put this on just by putting it straight across. Again, don't touch the disc with your greasy hands. Oops. I forgot to put a little grease here. Okay, put this. Just slide it on, then just kind of spin it back, and it should drop right in. And just feel it engage, which it does. And you take your lock nut, take it down, so you take your 14 on the non-dry side, and take your 17 on the dry side, and then torque it to specs. Then you want to put your preload, this nut here, so 17 on the other side, and this on the side, so you tighten it till it's snug, and then back it out 1/8 of a turn, like so. And it's your bearing preload. Then you can now put your end cap back on if you have one. Yeah.
Bye-bye.